The Nazi Propaganda by Anna Barbario, Monique Kubowski, and Sam Seaman. What is a propaganda? According to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, a propaganda is a biased or misleading piece of information used for promotion of a particular political cause. Here are some examples. In the first example, the poster says he is guilty of war. The Nazis used this poster to make Jews look like criminals and the Germans look good. In the second example, it shows an ally soldier and makes him look like he destroys everything good to them, such as the cross that Germans valued so much. It's trying to say that the Allies are against their religion and are therefore considered enemies by the Axis. In the third example, the poster basically says this or this. It's trying to portray Germans as clean and good-looking people and Russians as ugly and dirty people. So would you rather be on the German side or the Russian side based on this poster? The Nazis would put these posters up so the Germans would want to be on the Nazi side and to turn them away from the Russians. In the last example, the poster is trying to make Jews look like they are fake but are actually drunk criminals.
According to professors at Boston University, the Nazis used propaganda to convince the German population. Hitler and the Nazis viewed Jews as monsters that needed to be gone. They convinced people that anti-Semitism was good and it was a great idea. Some people agreed, some people didn't agree but were too scared to do anything. Jews were the victims of this anti-Semitism. These two posters are examples of Nazi propaganda increasing feelings of anti-Semitism. In the first poster, it's a happy family that isn't Jewish. The poster shows what the Nazis think families should look like. In the second poster, the girl has blonde hair with blue eyes. The girl is also what Nazis thought people and girls should look like.
Joseph Goebbels was in charge of the Nazi propaganda. He was a part of the National Socialist German Workers' Nazi Party. This party promoted German pride and anti-Semitism. Goebbels was told to do something to uplift the German spirit, pretty much trying to convince the population to support the German war effort. One project he started was Der ewige Jude, also known as The Eternal Jew. It was a film where Jews are described as parasites who disrupt the Germans' ordinary, simple world. He also made a film called Jud Süß, showing the life of Joseph Süß Oppenheimer. After the Duke's sudden death, Oppenheimer was put on trial and executed. Since Goebbels endorsed him, the story of Joseph Süß was transformed from a human tragedy to an allegory about Jewish self-importance and greed. Here are some pictures of him. The day after Hitler committed suicide, Goebbels and his wife poisoned their 6 children and then killed themselves and their dog because he was so devastated. What role did public speaking have in terms of propaganda? When important public figures such as Joseph Goebbels were intimidating, manipulating, and frightening the German population, public speaking was a big way they preached everything they thought. Take a look at this clip of Joseph Goebbels speaking. Translated, this says, while National Socialism brought about a new version and formulation of European culture, Bolshevism is the declaration of war by Jewish-led international subhumans against culture itself. It is not only anti-bourgeois, it is anti-cultural. It means, in the final consequence, the absolute destruction of all economic, social, state, cultural, and civilizing advances made by Western civilization for the benefit of a rootless and nomadic international clique of conspirators who have found their representation in Jewry.
The Nazi symbol is the swastika. The swastika is known for good fortune or well-being. According to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, it was used at least 5,000 years before Adolf Hitler designed the Nazi flag. The swastika was not only on the Nazi flag, but it was also used for all posters and other Nazi propaganda. The swastika is and forever will be known as the Nazi symbol.